The key Indian benchmarks BSE Sensex and NSE Nifty 50 closed in red, ahead of the US Fed meeting. The BSE Sensex closed 152.18 points lower at 52,541.39, compared to its previous day's close of 52,693.57. On the other hand, NSE Nifty closed at 15,692.15, lower than Tuesday's 15,741.95 points. The rupee gained against the US dollar in early trade on Wednesday. On the interbank forex market, the rupee opened at 77.99 against the US dollar after gaining 5 paise. At the interbank forex market, the rupee opened at 78.02 and witnessed an intraday high of 77.90, and it finally settled at 78.04, unchanged from the previous session. Fitch expects RBI to raise interest rates to 5.9% by December end to the deteriorating inflation outlook. India reports 8,822 COVID cases in the last 24 hours, 2,228 higher than yesterday. Auction of 5G is set to begin on July 26, the Department of Telecom notified in its notice of inviting applications. The Cabinet, on Wednesday, cleared the spectrum auctions, deciding the airwaves to be auctioned for a period of 20 years. Crude oil prices slip ahead of the expected US Fed interest rate hike. WTI crude futures fell 8 cents, or 0.1%, to $118.85 a barrel, while Brent crude futures fell 26 cents, or 0.2%, to $120.91 a barrel. Measure Energy acquires a patent in India for its battery performance technology while enhancing the performance of batteries. The technology is battery agnostic and can be easily embraced by all types of battery manufacturers, including lead-acid, lithium-ion, sodium-ion batteries. The technology enables the batteries to not only accept very high charging currents but also enables the batteries to withstand very high surge currents during discharge. The use of this technology shall enable even lead-acid batteries, which are currently used for multiple EV applications like rickshaw and two-wheelers, for fast charging. India's merchandise exports in May rose by 20.55% to $38.94 billion, as compared to $32.30 billion recorded in the same month last year, while the trade deficit recorded $24.29 billion, according to the government data released on Wednesday. Imports during May 2022 grew by 62.83% to $63.22 billion. The trade deficit stood at $6.53 billion in the same month last year. Cumulative exports in April-May 2022-23 rose by about 25% to $78.72 billion. Imports in April-May 2022-23 increased 45.42% to $123.41 billion. The trade deficit during the first 2 months of this fiscal widened to $44.69 billion against $21.82 billion in the year-ago period. The country's largest lender, State Bank of India, has raised the minimum interest rate for home loans to 7.55% from June 15, following the Reserve Bank of India's repo rate hike last week. The bank said the deposits with value less than 2 crore rupees and whose tenure is between 211 days and 3 years will get more interest. Deposits with tenure between 211 days and 2 years got a 0.20% interest hike. Deposits between 2 to 3 years got a hike of 0.15%. There is no change in the FD rates with tenure between 3 years and 10 years. PhonePe has sold over 1 million two-wheeler insurance policies since the launch of the product in October 2020. Flipkart-owned digital payment platform offers instant insurance for two-wheelers and free renewals even for expired policies without any inspection. More than 3/4 of the company's insurance policy sales came from Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities, showcasing wide adoption of its offerings in non-metro cities and towns, PhonePe said in a statement.